What's going on, you guys? My name is Ace Guzman.
Hey, my name is Rich Guzman. We are Ace and Rich, and welcome to the Hot Seat Live. What's going on, guys?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, let me know in the chat, man, if you guys can see us and hear us okay.
Put it in the chat and be sure to share this live inside your Facebook groups, on your timeline. Let your audience and your following know where you're getting free coaching from and actually asking questions, and so you can get answers and being able to get your breakthrough right here on the live. Go ahead and share it right now. Tag up your friends, tag up anybody you want. Be sure that they know about the hot seat.
Yes, tag it up, tag-a-roo. Share. I like to say, sharing is caring.
Well, you sound like Winnie the Pooh when you said it.
Tag-a-roo.
Tigger, remember Tigger?
Yeah,
Tigger does that, right?
I know, right?
I'm just messing with you.
All right, Colleen says definitely you guys can hear us and see us okay.
Great.
Okay, cool. Awesome. We got more people hopping on right now, guys. We'll wait a couple minutes and we'll get started. Love to see you here. Okay, great. So, guys, we're going to be definitely helping you with your business, and this is why we do the hot seat. We're all about actually focusing on the ability online.
Yes.
So, oh, okay, cool. Oh, the hearts. Oh, I love the hearts. Awesome, guys. Thank you for the hearts. So we got a little bit different atmosphere tonight, guys. We wanted to do something a little bit different. Instead of just having us, the blurry in the background and stuff like that. Wanted just to sit back, relax, grab your drinks. I got my water, my Evian. I got my Evian water over here, right? It's water, guys, I promise.
Yeah. And we are in our home too. We're in our new place now.
Yep, new condo. Pool's right out there and stuff.
Right
which is
there.
really cool.
It's right there.
So I'd love to get a backdrop though. So nice little Ace and Rich backdrop there.
Yes.
That'll be coming soon.
Yes.
So guys, we just want to just connect with you in a different way. And just like if you're sitting here with us, hanging out with us in our living room and everything. And, it's like you just chill out and, feel comfortable, ask any questions that you have.
Right.
We're here for you and stuff like that.
Yes.
So let me know, guys, in the comments. Do you like this new atmosphere? Do you like this, connection now where we can just sit back, relax, and have a conversation with you and stuff like that? Let me know in the chat.
Let us know. Do you like this? Is this better than having like a blurred background and being like in separate rooms, me and Rich?
Yeah, we love your feedback, guys.
Yeah, we definitely want to hear from you. Absolutely.
The blur, right? We're like it's blind. We're like, I can't see.
I know. But this is good because it's a relaxed atmosphere.
Yeah.
Our audience is basically our family. So we love you guys so much, and you guys are such awesome people that, you love contributing to the hot seat, your questions, but at the same time, you also share your results. And we, it's like you're at our home, and we're just like beachfront side, oceanfront side, how we do it oceanfront, sitting in our living room and let's just chilling out and talking and just masterminding, right?
Yeah, I mean, masterminding is important because masterminding helps you break through.
It does.
You put more than one mind together. You know what I mean? We learned that a lot over the years and things like that. So think about this as a mastermind, right? So don't and right else is people to what they're going through.
Yeah. A little bit later, wake
Oh, Uh, a black screen. Something's going
I
on.
see. Still says that we're live.
You sure?
You got it? How about refresh now? We should be
Okay,
good.
we should be good.
Okay.
All right, guys. Let me know if you guys can see us and hear us okay. We just had a drop out. We have some storms going on. So anyways,
Island life.
That's island life.
That's island life, man. You're gonna get storms and different things, but hey, I'd rather have that than to have the cold, man. I'd rather have that than have the cold.
So guys, let's get to the questions and find out who's struggling here.
I got the tablet here and I got the questions, Rich, right here, ready to go.
And if you guys got some questions, definitely do me a favor, put them in the comment section here. I got all the questions and comments going out right here.
Here they are.
And I want to make sure that I can get to them as well. So let me know what questions you have and put them in the comments as we go through the other questions.
So we're going to start with the question coming into the hot seat from Raymond. Raymond says, hey guys, I hope I got this figured out. I'm watching your video right now, but I thought that I can set up a 14-day trial with Power Lead system and a 30-day email campaign. So why do we have to pay for Aweber? I just want to do it as cheap as I can and still make a couple of bucks. I would be happy starting out with $500 a month, as much as I spend a month. And I have only made so far $19 so far in about 6 months and probably spent over $2,000. What do you guys think?
Okay. So when it comes to, running your tools, online, you really need the bare essentials, right? You really need, you need your funnel builder.
Yeah.
You need an autoresponder and you need to get some traffic, right? Whether it's free or paid, you got to go with the basics, right? Now you can get by actually doing those basics, but a lot of people run into the challenge of overspending and jumping into different opportunities and spending more money and spending more money and spending more money, and then they don't have any more money for the proper tools that they need for their business.
Right.
I did this in the very beginning when I first started because I didn't know anything, and I would buy this, I would buy that. Oh, you can market with Squidoo. Squidoo was a thing a long time ago. It's not available anymore.
Right.
But it's funny because I was buying like everything. Like I was like, that's a strategy, I gotta buy it. That's a strategy, I gotta buy it. And then I realized, like, well, wait a minute, I shouldn't have to do all these strategies. I shouldn't have to pay all this money because it's making me go in the red. And I'm just trying to get my business off the ground. So what I realize now through experience is that, okay, I understand I need traffic, right? Organic, paid, got it. But most important tools that I'm going to need more than anything is an autoresponder. If you don't have an autoresponder, you have nowhere to house your leads. Okay. You have nowhere to build that relationship and connect with your leads. Okay. Not only that, but you look at all these different platforms and people that are like, running from different angles, different rules, right? But the list itself gives us control of traffic that we control.
Exactly. Yeah. I think the audience is over here. You're looking at me, but we're like looking over here on the camera. Remember, the camera's over here.
Oh, yeah. Camera's over here.
Camera's over there. He's looking at me, but yeah.
Thank you for that.
No, but I like your answer to that question. And, I think that the whole $2,000, like, he was saying that he was spending and then like all that time and now he just made only $20. Number one, what I see a problem is, definitely there's a cash flow problem, right? There's a cash flow problem because obviously when you're first starting out, you want to be on a budget. And like, ideally you want to spend anywhere between $500 to $1,000 in a marketing budget, just getting started, just keeping it real with you, because when we started, we didn't have any money. Remember, we did everything from scratch, organically.
We did a lot of organic
we
stuff.
hustled our tails off, and, I see, Raymond, where your mindset is at, but, I got to tell you, if it's been that long and you only made that much, you got to look at your marketing plan. You got to look at your market plan. You got to look at, what you've been doing wrong in the past, as far as like, where have all this $2,000, where did it go? Like, think about it. Like, you went through it that fast. Like how much how much time have you wasted?
Well,
You
not
know?
only that, but you have to look at the funds that you have,
Yeah,
and you have to allocate them properly.
you do.
And, I tell people it's good to have some consistency. If it's a little bit of consistency, it's better than too much in the beginning, and then you don't have no more money and you can't continue to have that consistency.
Right. Because it sounds like, he is spending money in different paid traffic methods that he's shiny object syndrome.
Yep. Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's what it seems like. It's like shiny object, so, oh, they're offering better traffic at this discount. I'm going to go put my money over here. And we see this a lot, don't we? Put it in the chat, right? We see this a lot. All these guys that are like traffic providers, they got the best traffic out there.
They're all
going to say that crap.
It's the best traffic in the world. It's all the
Don't
same.
fall for the
Yeah,
mess. We know vendors that know the game very well, and we know that we could have been vendors ourselves. you know?
Yeah, I remember that.
We were going to be vendors ourselves.
We did do that though for a little while.
We studied the plan and how to become from scratch a solo ad vendor.
We did sell traffic a couple of times.
We did.
And we, did it. It worked.
It worked.
But we were more marketers.
We prefer the marketing and coaching and consulting. That was a lot more.
It's more of our passion.
That was more of what we a good fit for. But back to Raymond, I highly recommend when we get together, definitely book a call with us. Let us look at your marketing. We got to see what's going on with you, because if you're spinning your wheels doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, that's the definition of insanity. Okay, you can't be making $20 and then spending $2,000. That doesn't add up. There's no ROI in that.
And also, Raymond, we have work to do, just so you know.
There you go.
We have work to do. It's going to be me and you, 1 hour.
There you go.
And we got some lead capture.
Real coaching, man. Real coaching. That's what you need. And all right.
It's going to be recorded. Going to follow along, and you're going to get it done.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming to the table with hot seat on this, though. Definitely, that was a great great insight, and thanks for being transparent and sharing with us your journey, because not everybody is on this beautiful journey. Being a marketer, it takes work. It does. And it does take investment as well. So thank you for being honest and bringing that to the hot seat. So we'll see you soon. Okay, see you soon. Guys, getting value from that. I don't know if anybody's in that same boat, but definitely put in the chat if you are. And maybe you want to ask a question on top of what Raymond asked. You could go ahead and ask a similar question. Next question is coming in from Dione. Dione Lewis says, how do I get my mail? I forgot. I have subscribers. I've sent all of the emails to them, but now I'm stuck. And Mark will be helping me with emails once I get more solo ads next week. When I get more money. I'm trying. I'll get it hopefully sooner or later. Well, I'm glad you found somebody who's a outsource named Mark that can help you with your copywriting, because copywriting is a skill set, and if you found somebody that you can outsource to within your budget, and you'd be able to hire them to do some of the work for you, we always talk about that. That's great. But however, you still need to learn the skill set. Don't eliminate the timing that it takes for you to learn the skill set. I know I've put it on the back burner for so long, and here I am writing emails now, and they're getting great open rates. Matter of fact, they're even better open rates than yours.
I can say
you were doing emails when we first started, remember? I
can say confidently that you have broken my record. Yeah. And that's and I coached you. Now you've gone beyond. I saw your open rates go like 40, almost 50%.
Yeah, dude.
I'm shocked.
Dude, yeah, man.
I never got past, I think one of my 38, maybe 40, if that, but you're going beyond that.
Yeah.
So it's amazing. I got to give credit's due. She's
thank you.
She's killing it.
Thank you. So, okay. So, as far as like sending out emails and, how do you get to your mails? It all depends on how you were set up. And if you have your own hosting and then you ordered or upgraded to a private email service, that means you have like a separate inbox. Right. So say, for example, that like we do with Namecheap, we get hosting through Namecheap.
Yep.
And then what we do is we upgrade to the private email package because we want to be able to get that private email.
All right. Correction. We don't have hosting with Namecheap. We use Namecheap for domains.
Excuse me.
And private email.
And private email.
Yes.
Right. So there are things that you can do that you have done like that. And if you forgot where it is, first of all, go back to where you have your domain hosted. Correct?
Well, your domain registrar, like if you use domains, we use Namecheap, pretty simple to use.
Right. But if you're not using Namecheap, go and remember and find where did you get your domain, your .com at, and it'll be
Absolutely.
in the back office. Usually it's located in the back office when you log into that
Yes.
hosting provider,
Yeah.
and then it'll be private message or private mail or inbox or however they name it these days. And you'll be able to log in and you'll see all your replies back there, if any, right? Because yeah, you've been sending out broadcasts, but don't forget, it's the way you have your account set up in your autoresponder. So if your subscribers are going to hit the reply button and send you a personalized message, it's not going to be inside your autoresponder account. You're going to find those emails and replies
Yep.
in your private messenger.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's going to be in your inbox.
I mean, that's the thing when
Not
you have
Gmail.
that's the thing when you have a private email, and what I mean by private email is like you create a domain name email. So to be like, let's say like we have, CS at aceandrich.com,
Mhm.
but that's aceandrich.com, right? So that's our private email, and all the emails that we that we get back,
Yeah.
as far as a reply, like what you said,
Yeah.
that goes into that private email. So we have total control of replying back,
Yes.
building that relationship, communicating, finding out what the hurdles and struggles are with these people. Because you got to think about it. All these people are on so many other lists probably, and nobody's really replying. Nobody's communicating. Nobody is trying to solve these problems.
Mhm.
They're just trying to hit them up with like, so many offers like day in and day out. I'm on so many lists and marketers that I've studied way back in the day, and I'm seeing them literally just hammer. And I'm like, wow, it's like, they must have like massive lists because they're fucking up pretty bad. So you have to have a massive list, because if
Yeah.
not, you're not going to get any sales, right?
Right.
But I'm telling you right now, like what we've been doing is we've been focusing on the people who are actually communicating with us, replying back in those emails, and we're building relationships, and we're not selling them on those replies. We're telling them like what their needs are, like what do they want, right? And when they reply back, we send them to like either a Facebook group or
Right.
maybe like a Zoom call with us, right?
Yes,
If they're
definitely.
open to it, not to sell them, but to find out who they are and what they're doing and what they have done in the past, or if they're brand new, right? It all depends,
Mhm.
right? 'Cause everybody's different,
Mhm.
but we get to connect with them on a more personal level, and that creates a great conversion when you do ask for the sale.
Excellent. Guys, drop them hearts up in there.
Woo!
Drop the
That's
hearts
one.
on that one. Yeah. Don't hit the hearts too much though, because Facebook will try to say, you can't overuse this feature anymore. Have you noticed that Facebook has been such a jerk? Oh my
Facebook-
gosh, has
listen,
Facebook
listen.
been such a jerk lately?
Facebook-
Like now you can't even put too many hearts. Like they give you a limit,
Facebook's
like
gonna
5
be-
hearts.
listen,
After that, they're like block.
Facebook's gonna be Facebook.
Yeah.
Let them be Facebook, But anyways, mom's watching. Hey, mom.
Hey.
I love the hearts, guys. Thanks for the hearts. Appreciate it.
What you got as far as any questions in the
No
feed?
questions yet, guys. Come on.
Really.
Let's
All right.
see.
Well, we got some over here in Skype, and I got some people here in our
Colleen
groups,
says,
Telegram.
absolutely. It's like we're chilling with you. And that's what I want. I want
Yeah.
you guys to feel like you are chilling out with us. And, when we're doing it before, it just didn't feel, for me, I was talking to Ace about this. I'm like, we got to change things up.
We got to change things up.
So-
2024 is right around the corner, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's time to make it look different.
Absolutely.
Always good to
That's more
tweak
ideas,
things
too.
up. Yes. Step it up.
Beautiful.
Video marketing. That's right.
I got a podcasting style,
It is. I
Yeah.
like this. I really do. Let's move forward. Okay. Anthony has a question for Rich. Hey, Rich, I'm trying to make this work, but it has been challenging. What are some of your tips for maintaining motivation and staying committed to email marketing?
Motivation, email marketing.
He said
Oh my
Rich.
God.
He didn't say Ace, so you better.
All right. Well, I got to go back and because email marketing, when you really hear it, it just sounds boring. Like, did you do your email marketing today? It sounds very, very boring. And I know, I get it, because it's hard to stay motivated if you don't know how to have fun with it. So what I did was I gamified it, and I turned it into a game. And I started looking at the numbers, the percentages, right? I don't look at numbers. I look at the percent, like if it's 20%, 30%, 10%, right? I want to know like what are the numbers, and gamify it, and always try to outdo the last one that I did. And it'll jump around, but you'll start getting better if you start gamifying it and you start having fun. And that will help you stay motivated. If you're just looking at email marketing, it's like, oh man, I got to do an email today. Trust me, I've been there. You too, right?
Sure has.
So, but if you gamify it and say, man, I got like 20% open rate today. I want to see if I can get like 25 the next time around, or 30, right? And always push yourself to outdo what you just did. And you just gamified it. It's like points, right? It's like adding points in the game. So if you got 20% today, you got 30% another day, I'm going to go 40% next time, right? And you might not get it, but the more that you keep striving for it, the more you're going to learn the lessons along the way by gamifying and go, oh, wow, this is why I didn't get a good open rate. Now I understand. Wait a minute. This is why I got a good open rate. Now I understand. So you know why you didn't get a good open rate, and then you're going to know why you got a good open rate, because now you're going to be having fun with it because you're looking at the numbers, and now it's motivating you to do even better, right? Because you didn't really look at it as a boring situation. You looked at it more like, wow, I get to like literally look at this like a game now, right? Like I can build up my numbers and have fun with it. And then you know what happens? You forget about making the sales. And then guess what? You start making sales because you're not focusing on the sales. It's funny. It works like that. When you don't focus on the sales is when you start making the sales, because you start focusing on the activities, right? And you start focusing on the what? We always talk about this, on the results, right? One result leads to another result and to another result and to another result. And the sale comes in. Everything is a process. Ace always says trust in the process. So we're creating this process. We gamify this process, and we have so much fun now. I know you have fun with it. You're like, man, I got 40% today, man. What was that? What was that title? Oh my God. Now I get it. That title's awesome. And here's what you could do. And we, me and Ace talked about this too, is that think about this over time as you gamify it, all these titles that are giving you all these great open rates, the good ones that give you the best open rates, you could actually make a spreadsheet, right? And you can put the titles in the spreadsheet and then put the percentage, right, on the right side. And then guess what? Over time, you're going to have data. You're going to have data. And that data is going to help you create better, titles. And guess what? What's stopping you from reusing it down the road? Like 6 months down the road or a year down the road? Nobody's going to remember. You're going to have new leads coming in all the time anyways. So, I mean, this is really good tips. And you see how I sound like I'm having fun when I'm talking about it? Because it has to be fun. You have to gamify it. You have to really get creative and think outside the box. And it won't be boring. And then guess what? You'll stay motivated.
Yeah, we actually did teach that on the inner circle.
Yeah, absolutely.
The inner circle, we did that.
Oh, look at the likes. Nice. Thank you, guys.
All right. So that was a question from Anthony. Yeah. So yeah, Anthony, I hope we gave you a lot more, and Rich definitely answered that one. I mean, I couldn't say it any better myself. And if you want more help and detailed, coaching on that, just reach out to Rich. He's really good at what he does, and he can help you. All right.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Next question. You're welcome.
I'm loving the air today, man.
Next question is coming in from, let's see. Oh, Jason. Jason says, I'm starting with a budget of $500 myself, but I want to do it per month. It does sound reasonable to me for signing up and getting started, considering my current financial situation and what's going on right now with inflation. Uh-huh. What advice can you guys offer for maximizing the impact of someone's budget and then generating better returns? It's almost similar to what we told Raymond. Yeah. Of what we said, right? But we'll touch on this for you. Okay, so now in your case, you want to get started and you have a $500 budget and you want to do this per month. So that means you have $500 every single month allocated to do paid marketing, right? So this is important because number one, based on your current financial situation, I would highly recommend that you're going to pick the program and you're going to dive into the beginner's training. Usually some beginners training, they have what is called a fast start. So you definitely want to get into the beginner's training and start doing those fast action tasks that they tell you to do, whether it be going on Facebook, putting in your first couple of posts, put some teasers out there, just kind of get out those feelers about, hey, I'm getting ready to launch something. Okay. And you don't tell them what it is yet. You have to tease them a little bit. Yeah. Keep it hidden. Yes. I know how hard that can be, but keep it hidden for a while because you're just getting started. So you don't want to immediately go, hey, I'm with the Super Affiliate Network, right? Or, hey, I'm with Legendary Marketer, or, hey, I'm with Power Lead System or Home Business Academy or whatever program is out there. You never want to give the name of the program because then you give people a reason to go Google it. Right.
That's a good point. Yeah. What's really good, unless you have that credibility, probably could do that. But if you're just getting started, the best thing to do is to give the value and the features and benefits of what they're getting. Yeah. Right. and keep it generic. Don't say any company, any company names or
No.
anything else like that, because and we learned this a long time ago, is that people don't care about your company. They care more about you. Like what are you going to do for them, right? Like what is it you're going to provide? What value, what guidance and things like that. And when we learned that, it really struck a nerve with us, because we realize, the way that we work and we see eye to eye with this is that we always wanted to give always back to the community.
Yes.
Right? No matter what program we were a part of, we
Yes.
always give 110% back to the community, and people were attracted to us for that reason. And that's a great advice for you. Always give and give and give and give. And you might say, well, how do I give if I'm brand new? It's easy. Do what we did. When we first learned the first thing about marketing, we actually, we teached it. We taught it, right, on video or on a post or something.
Yes, we did.
We always gave it away. Every little thing we've learned, because bless you.
Thank you.
Because what it does, it establishes your credibility when you have no credibility, right? So the hardest thing is for marketers to stand out in a noisy field, right? It's very noisy, right? There's so much out there, so much noise. It's harder for you to stand out nowadays, right? But the way that you can stand out is to really give back to community, give back to people who are watching you, give back to your audience,
Right.
And don't focus on you, but focus on them more than anything. And then what'll happen is they will look at you like, okay, well, I have, that person must have credibility. That person is teaching me something that I don't know.
Right.
And that's how you establish that relationship when that person doesn't even know you.
Right. And then back to what I was trying to answer with the $500 budget. You never want to blow all $500, okay, right away, unless it's like part of your sign up. Because if it is, then you want to get positioned and be at the most highest profitable position, meaning usually there's upgrades with an ascension style funnel.
Yep.
So like the basic, if it's $25, okay, great, get it. You know what I mean? You got $500, dude,
Yeah.
Go ahead, splurge. And then if there's like an upgrade for like $125 and you get access to coaching or any type of additional, mentorship or something for that upgrade, it's worth it. Right. So you upgrade for the extra $100. So now you're still within budget. Now you have a little bit extra to be able to put towards paid traffic. So what is the most cost effective way to build your list fast without having to put money into Facebook ads? Well, we've done it. It's actually called solo ad marketing.
Yes.
Now, we highly recommend that you do get started with solo ad. Other people would be like, no, don't get started with solo ad. Bullshit. You want to get your list built up fast and you only have a little bit of time to work with. I highly recommend do solo ads, right? But you're going to have to be taught. You're going to have to be taught what solo ad vendors are out there, which, how to vet them, how to make sure that you're getting the right type of traffic. You got to ask specific types of questions.
Absolutely.
And you got to work within a budget and spend no more than, I think it's like what, 60 cents per click.
Yeah. I mean, there's different prices. It depends on.
There are different ones out there,
Yeah.
but there are vendors out there that do sell like $1, 50 a click and things like that. However, you're brand new, you're just getting started. I would never recommend you to do that.
Yeah.
I would recommend like a place like Udemy. They would have some things like that.
There are some good
They're
vendors
budget
there.
friendly.
I've seen, people are making sales with Udemy as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I've made sales with Udemy with different traffic vendors.
Mhm.
But the thing about it is you must understand that it's the strategy with solo ads
Yeah.
that you need to understand. It's not just running solo ads. You have to understand the strategy
You do.
behind it,
Yes.
because the majority of leads are going to be garbage. Let's just face it. Let's keep it real here. The majority of leads that you get from solo ads are going to be garbage, but it doesn't mean there's not any diamonds in the rough on those lists. Absolutely. Remember, solo ads, you're renting a list, right? You want to extract those leads from that list because you don't have a list yet. This is how you can build your list faster, like what you were talking about.
Yes. And, if this is going to happen every single month, just keep track of everything that you're doing with your business. Definitely keep track. If you don't keep track, you just literally just blowing your money in the wind.
Yeah. I'd rather you try different vendors at a lower cost.
Yep.
Spread wide instead of just putting all your money, like dump $500 into one vendor.
Exactly.
I wouldn't do that.
Nope. Yeah. And we could recommend some vendors for you. We actually are consultants and coaches in another program. And if you want access to that actual training and coaching, we have it a part of the program. You would have to sign up under us if you're not part of the program already. And that's what we recommend. So that way you have access to the training.
Yeah. We got a top secret black box.
Are you guys getting value from this? Like what we're sharing? These are some great questions.
Yeah, there's no questions.
Let
no
us know what a comments
they
coming
give me
in.
comments, but no questions.
That's okay. I
I
mean,
says looking good.
all right. All
Thank you,
right.
dear.
So, this is the stuff that keeps people chained up, right? It's the worry about the financial distress and the constraints that are come along with it, with not having enough money to do affiliate marketing, but there are affiliate marketing programs out there that you don't have to pay to get started, right? However, just keep in mind, if you want to make the big bucks, if you want to make the high ticket, you got to invest into high ticket.
Yeah. I mean, that's, tell me about it.
Yeah.
You do. There's no way around it.
No.
I mean, people have done it through mid ticket, you know what I mean? Like something like $500 or something just to, get their feet wet, get going.
Yes.
Budget's not too big, but it's enough to start learning the lessons and growing your business. If I could give you the best advice, and we did it differently than a lot of people. A lot of people, what they do is they go in and they invest fully, not having any experience at all. Here's what we did. We started off with like $1,000 commission. So we paid $2,000 for the product.
Yes.
The next product was 10,000, right? And we didn't pay 10,000 up front. We earned that 10,000, but we took that 10,000, rolled it back into the business. And then we were positioned to earn, a higher percentage commission, like 3,000, stuff like that. So that really helped create more capital a lot faster. And I recommend people do the same. Why would you invest in something higher when you don't even understand marketing yet?
Hello.
If you're brand new, right? Everybody's going to tell you the opposite. But like, oh, you should just buy in because, if you make a sale, you're going to pass up that commission. Well, yeah, but if you don't know how to market, how are you going to get sales?
It's crazy.
Right. So when you start knowing marketing, when you start understanding marketing,
yes,
you'll be like, you know what? I'm going to invest a little bit more now because I get this now.
Yeah.
That's just using the old noggin.
Don't, right? How we always say, honey, we say, don't break the bank and don't hurt the family.
Yep.
Don't hurt the family. Don't, if it's coming off your table, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do it.
Definitely don't do it, because you're going to find yourself in a situation where you're not making enough sales to even put that money back in for what you took out. And we know people who actually have nightmare stories have shared with us over the years that they've taken out their 401ks, they've mortgaged their houses, their college fund that they had saved away for their children, their retirement fund. I mean, all kinds of stuff that they've done, put things on multiple credit cards, just to get a loan from a bank. And it's like, listen, I'm all for that and all, but again, if it hurts the family, don't do it, because your time frame, and you got to also estimate you going to work, you making sales in time to keep up with what you have to pay for.
Absolutely.
Especially with the paid marketing and coaching. So,
guys, waiting for questions here in the chat. I don't see any in the live.
Are you? Why don't you refresh?
Let me refresh.
Yeah, refresh. I got a question coming from Joe. Joe says, I've sent all of the emails to my subscribers, but guys, the results aren't as expected. Never go into this business with expectations. Can you offer insights into improving the open rates and click-through rates of my email campaigns? Insights on improving your open rates. Okay, number one, I need to know, as far as your frequency, how often, when you say you're sending out all these emails, how often are you sending out these emails? Is it daily? Is it every other day? Is it every 3 days, every fourth day, every week, or when you feel like it? Okay, I need to know that. That's very important, because the frequency has a lot to do with when people are receiving the emails in their inboxes. And God knows the way the algorithm is, there's a possibility they're not getting your emails because you're not even whitelisted. So you're probably in spam inboxes and they're not even seeing it.
Oh, the new spam promotions.
The new spam promotions folders was killing it, right? So you got to know these different variables. The other thing is how to improve your open rates. Clean up your list. If you notice that, let's say you have 2,000 subscribers. Okay. I'm just going to throw a number out there. You have 2,000 subscribers, and out of 2,000 subscribers, okay, 10 or 15% of them are opening those emails that you're sending out. Every single time you're sending out a broadcast. That's not bad, but it's less than 10%. We got a problem, right? If it's less than 10%, we got a problem. It's the way you're writing your emails. It could be your copywriting skills. They could be atrocious and you probably need to work on them, right? It could be your headlines. They're just not grabbing people's attention. You're not writing like you're writing to a friend, okay? And you're being too salesy. I don't know if I should throw them under the bus. There's a marketer out there that I really do respect and appreciate him. I appreciate all he does. He's like one of those gurus, okay? And it's like he's very successful, and I'm on his list, and I'm studying his copywriting, and quite frankly, I'm disgusted. Every single subject line looks identical and it looks the same. And then when the body copy, I look at the copywriting, it's always buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff. And it looks like it's coming from a bank and it's saying, hey, overdraft, you have a problem here. I'm like, why are you sending out this bullshit? Because people are already blinded enough as it is to see this kind of content. They're not going to want to open this email because they think it's a fraud.
Yeah, it becomes like ad blindness.
Ad blindness, right? So what I'm saying to you is, you've got to either take a copywriting class or you got to learn from courses that actually going to teach you within the niche that you're in. If it's affiliate marketing, learn how to write better email copy. We have a great course that we market. It's for $497. It's available inside of the program that we're part of. And just at one time to get access to it, this academy that we provide inside of it has a slew of swipe files and subject lines and worksheets and, tracking and logs and, email copy to learn from. Plus you have 9 modules to go through, and each module is about 2 hours long with the coach. And the coach is going to walk you through step by step. He's going to be raw and he's going to be straight up. And you're going to be able to learn how to go from like being a total beginner to understanding email copywriting, and deliverability and open rates are also taught in that program. So this is something you might be interested in. And I believe it's going to be a great help for you. And I'm just getting it out there for you because you see, we could stay here and we could look at your business and analyze it and pull it apart, everything. But what's really going to help you in order to answer this question is to develop the skill set.
Absolutely. I mean, that course is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's your coach too. So
exactly. That's why I'm saying it. Yeah.
That's the reason why
So-
she's getting open rates the way she is.
So definitely reach out to us. We'll give you the link. And you can definitely check it out. You will have to become a member in order to have it. Like I said, it is one of the upgrades within the program. This is why I said investment is important. Having a budget, cash flow is important because you're investing into your intellectual capital. You're investing into yourself and your skill sets. If you're not going to learn this stuff. You're not going to be able to get good at it.
You're not going to grow and improve and be better. Not only that, but how are you going to serve people?
Exactly.
Right. If you're not continuing to learn, you got to always be learning. Always.
Yes. Thank you, Ace and Rich. You're welcome. Definitely.
Gino, what's up, buddy? You just got on the live right now.
Hey, what's up?
See you. We got Gino, Dione. We got Sandy. We got Colleen.
All right.
You got my
Any other questions, guys? Drop them hearts. Okay. Got a question coming in from Sandra. Hey, Rich, what do I post about when there's no social proof as I'm just new?
We just talked about that actually. If you're brand new and you have no social proof, that means you have no credibility, right? You have to start diving into learning marketing. Okay. One of the books that we love so much with Mike Dillard, Magnetic Sponsoring, he talks about like you being an alpha. The way to become an alpha is for you to start learning and start studying your craft. So you become an expert in the field. The only way to do that is for you to study and learn, right? And as you learn, you take action on it. But the most important thing is you have to put yourself out there and you have to start teaching this stuff. If you don't teach this stuff, if you're not putting yourself out there, nobody's going to really trust you. Nobody's going to listen to you. And you're going to be stuck. Years going to go down the road and nothing's going to change. Okay. See, everybody thinks marketing is all about marketing is all about making money. No, marketing is a science and marketing is an attraction. Okay. Marketing is an attraction, but it's also something to do with the ability for you to convey information in a way that you look attractive to the marketplace. All right. And so if you can do that, then you're going to attract abundance. Right. But if you don't put yourself out there by actually learning the skill sets, by learning the craft, how are you going to teach it? How are you going to present it? Right. And if you're not continuously repeating that process over and over, like learn, do, teach, you're not going to be in flow. You know what I mean? And as you build your audience, you have nothing to say. That's why you're asking that question, what should I post? You don't know what to post because you haven't started yet. I can tell. If you had experience, I would be able to tell by you asking that question. I can tell you're brand new and you have no experience. You don't know what to post. You're probably afraid of what people are going to, think about you. Right. But if you start really learning the skill sets and you put yourself out there, you're going to have a lot more confidence because you decided to take that action. You decided to invest in yourself, like you just talked about intellectual capital, right? And now that you invested in yourself, you feel good about what you've learned because you've also applied it, right? Now you change from becoming that beta state into becoming that alpha state, that leader that people want to be next to. Okay. That's marketing.
Okay. So I'm going to piggyback off of that.
Sure.
Okay. Someone like Sandra, you're in a situation where you're just getting started. You have no social proof. What do you post? Okay. I've already solved this problem. I'll tell you how I already solved this problem. I created a course called the 90-Day Content Marketing Challenge. And the 90-Day Content Marketing Challenge, right? I actually walk you through and coach you every day for 90 days. You would actually watch it day by day. You start off in the module, day 1 of 90. And I tell you exactly what to post. Okay.
Oh my God.
Is that brilliant or what?
This is such a great course, guys.
Yes.
Because, and I know she's my other half. I'm a little biased. Yes. But I want to just say I've been through a lot of courses over the years since 2008. And all I can say is when it comes to this type of course, I've never seen a course laid out in detail where a person walks you through a process where she tells you what to say, what the topic is, okay? And she's doing it right on the spot, which is amazing. Usually when you see these kind of challenges, right? They're not really challenges. They're called challenges because it's a marketing strategy, but it's not a real challenge. A challenge is putting you through the paces for the next 90 days. That's a real challenge where you are actually, you're rolling up your sleeves, you're getting to work and you're doing the deed, right? And people that get afraid of creating video, the way she does it is she makes you feel confident and comfortable about creating that content on video, which is really cool because the challenge is like, well, I don't know what to say. Just like I don't know what to post, right?
Exactly.
But she eliminates that problem by saying, hey, day 1, here's what you're going to do.
Yes.
Day 2, this is what you're going to do.
Yes.
And you also have a content calendar.
I have a content calendar mapped out for all 90 days. So think about it. Right now we're ending the month of October of 2023, getting ready to embark into November 1st. There you go. Start November 1st, the 90-Day Content Marketing Challenge. And you have 90 days from then. And then you'll look back at your results and you go, oh my gosh, here I was, way before day 1 thinking, what do I post? And then I go into, Ace's 90-Day Content Marketing Challenge and she's right there beside me telling me exactly what to post. And you can choose what platform you want to do it on. That's the great thing about the challenge. I created it to be so versatile that I even tell you in the video and I say in the module, you can choose to do it on TikTok and do 90 days worth of videos for TikTok as a challenge. Don't miss a day. Or YouTube, do it on YouTube, or Pinterest, do it on Pinterest, or do it on Instagram, or Facebook Reels, or Facebook Lives, or whatever. You can choose whatever you want, and it doesn't have to be video. What if you want to do it as a blogging challenge? Ooh. What if you want to do it as a posting challenge where you just use content, straight text, or images? However you want to go about it, this is your challenge. So that's what's great about it, is versatile.
No, I'll tell you one thing, like this is her first course. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm shocked how good it came out. And the feedback that we've gotten from the course, how it's helped people literally start taking action and getting results. We have people contacting us and saying, I made sales from the challenge.
And here's the thing, that came from there. And what I'm really excited about, and I think I talked about this on the hot seat before, was that an affiliate marketing company owner reached out to me and said, I want it. And now it's a part of the program.
Yeah.
Which is pretty badass.
That is badass. A lot of people know. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So those people in the community are now sending me messages saying, Ace, thank you so much. Where have you been all my life? So that I can actually get this thing going, because I've been struggling, procrastinating, and wondering what the hell to post every day.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, guys, let's see what we got here in the chat here.
849.
Ooh, look at this. No, let's see. Richard Osborne, where were you today, buddy?
You had an appointment.
I always GBT chat and send checks.com. Sendchecks.com. Is that your domain name?
No. I think he means Send Check It.
Send Check It.
Yeah, Send Check It is a free website that I referred last hot seat. It was the last hot seat that we did. And he was on there and he's been using it to test his headlines.
Oh, good. Good.
Yeah,
Is
test
that-
the subject
is that
lines for your
helping you
emails.
out? Is that great?
Yeah, it's working out.
Let me know.
Let
Put
me
it on the chat.
know.
Good to see you, Richard.
Oh, we got a doozy question over here coming in from Julia. Hey, Ace, I can't seem to get an answer about this with my, well, the affiliate network community I'm already a part of. I won't say any names. But anyway, what are the most effective ways to analyze my past spending and identify areas where I may have been overspending or not getting a good return on investment?
Ooh.
I think I know what you're referring to. This is not the first time we've heard from this about this network, Julia. The thing is, okay, we're gonna have different sides on this, aren't we?
Yeah, go ahead first.
Okay, so
yeah.
first of all, did you go all in? That's what I want to know, because the way you're writing this to me it seems like you went all in to this program, and you saying that I know what it is. So I have a feeling I know it's what company it is. You don't have to say it. Okay, here's the thing. Have you even made a sale yet? Write me back. Let me know. Have you made a sale yet before you decided to go all in? This is really important. When it comes to high ticket programs like that, like the one you're talking about, it's very important that you get some kind of traction, some, form of credibility first and start getting some results before you make a decision like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when it comes to really understanding what you're investing in, that's why when we first started together, and the high ticket you were talking about earlier,
Yeah.
We invested 2,000, but we didn't want to invest any more after that.
And we already made sales.
Because we started making sales with that.
Right.
And then we were ready to invest higher, but that was because we were making sales and growing our business.
Yes.
Now we were continuing to struggle,
Right.
and we weren't making sales. We would not, but it makes no sense to invest into something that's $10,000 if you're struggling, because that's investing more is not going to solve the problem. And this is what I see with a lot of high ticket programs, the gurus, what they tell you is like, oh, you got to invest. Of course you got to invest. It's their program. They're going to make most of the money.
They are.
Of course it's in their best interest to tell you to invest more money because they'll make more money.
Yeah.
But it's not solving your problem, which is understanding marketing.
And they don't want to hear that.
So you want to invest, at least be positioned to make at least $1,000.
At least.
Yeah, that's what we did. We're telling you what we've done.
Yeah.
From experience. And we wouldn't tell you something unless we went through it ourselves, right?
Yeah.
So if let's say that you invested like 30 grand, for example, there's no sense in investing 30 grand if you haven't made your first sale yet, right? I mean, you want to have some form of investment as far as like I said, with like 2 grand or something, make $1,000 commission. That's cool and everything. But when you're looking at what you're investing in, you want to make sure you get a return on investment as far as breaking even first.
Breaking even is important.
That is the goal when as a marketer, right? We go in the red first because we're new. But once we start getting a little bit of ground and we start getting some understanding and we're learning how to be a marketer, then what happens is we want to focus on breaking even. And once we break even, now we can start going into profit, right? When we start going into profit, we can start, bringing that investment back into the business and start investing to the next level, right? Because what's going to happen is you have a better understanding now of what you've invested. So when you start investing into other higher products, price points, okay, higher price points for those products, you're more confident in what you're doing, like I said earlier.
Right.
Okay. Now, when it comes to investing, let's say in your traffic, right? You want to have a spreadsheet. You want to find out what you've invested in. Let's say it's solo ads. And I believe that you are doing solo ads because the program that we're talking about, they teach solo ads.
They teach solo ads.
So what you want to do is you want to create a spreadsheet and you want to go through all the vendors. And then what you want to do is you want to lay out like how many leads you generated through that, what your opt-in rate is. You want to find out how many sales you made. Okay. And you want to look, and over time, it'll tell you where your sales are coming from and where your sales are not coming from. And then what you want to do is you want to look at where your sales are coming from, and you want to start adding a little bit more investment into that traffic in that area, right? Not astronomical, but the next step up. So if you invested, let's say, I'm going to give you just some numbers here. Let's say you invested like $100, right, into some vendors. So let's say you have 20 vendors and you invested $100 into each vendor. Maybe out of those 20 vendors, you got about 5 vendors that are, returning some sales, right? And you have in your spreadsheet, but the other vendors are like 0. You're not getting results. Well, what you would do is you wouldn't go back to those vendors, of course. You would go to the vendors that are giving you the sales, the 5 vendors. And out of those 5 vendors, you can say, oh, I invested $100 with these vendors, these 5 vendors. Now I'm going to invest $300 and get a little bit more traffic with these 5 vendors. But you want to continue going out there and continue to look for new vendors so you get added to your Rolodex, right? We call it a Rolodex. So over time, you're going to see 5 vendors, 10 vendors, 15 vendors, 20 good vendors that are giving you a return on investment. So now you can start scaling from going to 100 a piece to 300 a piece to 500 a piece.
Yes.
You see what I'm doing? You're
That's
going wider now, not right away. You're going small in the beginning so you could, get the results that you're looking for.
That's right.
You're measuring and figuring out where your results are coming in from. And you can see where those sales are coming in from, gives you more confidence on going back and really start scaling your business.
Yeah.
Okay. That's how you start building your business, start getting those what we call, what they call the popcorn effect, right? That's how you do it. You don't get popcorn effect multiple sales by just going out there and just throwing money at the wall and hopefully it sticks. It doesn't work that way. Okay.
Yes.
We got to really focus and be strategic, very strategic with our business. Build that spreadsheet, find out what's working, find out what's not working, and keep building upon what's working. That's how you build a gold Rolodex.
She just responded and she says, yes, thank you very much. It is that I did go all in and I just feel really guilty about it now. Listen, we all have learned from our mistakes and these are life lessons learned along the way. People come into this industry known as high ticket affiliate marketing and, they have no idea what they're getting themselves into. We sure didn't know what we were stepping into until, our backs was against the wall, right? We were homeless. We had to make a decision. It's either go back to the Motel 6 or do something so that we don't go back to the Motel 6 and be able to learn how to fire our boss and be able to live the true laptop lifestyle. And we kept seeing the hype, Julia. We kept seeing the hype in that community.
It's still out there. It's still out there.
We saw the hype in the community. We saw how everybody was just, buy this, buy that. But there was no real practical help. It was missing. And I believe, when we were part of that community, that forward community you're talking about, it was a more warm, welcoming, inviting type of a community. And we ran a tight ship when we were there. We made sure there was no horsing around. Team members were actually duplicating results and getting success and signing people left and right. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. That momentum that we used to have in that community that you're now part of died.
Yeah, we had team members that earned 6 figures or more.
It died.
And and these were with our team members that we taught.
These were
how to be a great marketer.
Mm-hmm.
And we had people coming in that never made any money ever. Mm-hmm. They never made a sale, a dime.
Or they were cast off
and it was amazing.
Yeah.
And there's nothing like looking at someone's face, how they just came from like never earning a dime online to like earning like, I'm gonna put numbers out there like 80,000. 100,000. 160,000. Right. In a calendar year. And it's amazing to me how when you see that person transform, it lights me up. I know it lights you up, because we're a big part of that.
I love it.
It's just when you could help someone who was struggling and stuck, and really help them make that large substantial amount of income, it's just something about it. It's really great.
Julia says, this is great, guys. Thank you so much. I'll be in touch. Yeah, this is the best thing that you can do is get in touch with us. Reach out to us. We do our own form of coaching, like we said, at a much less price. And we'd be able to give you more than enough of one-on-one attention that you definitely need. Yeah. You can ask any of our graduates. We have a lot of graduates out there and, and we're still growing.
It's funny. People spend like 10 grand to go out for a weekend and do something. What we do is we dive in 6 months and we dive in real deep. What we do, no gurus will do it. Won't do it for that price.
Not the style and the signature style that we do.
Nobody will do it.
Yeah.
Because we realize that it takes a commitment from both ends. It takes a commitment from you,
Yes.
but also it takes a commitment from us.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why the people that are serious always gets the benefits and gets the massive results.
Absolutely.
People that are not serious will go through it and they'll never take action.
Yes.
So,
and something to consider also about high ticket, there are great programs out there. We know a lot of great companies out there that are great high tickets. And the thing is, you have to consider is if you're not willing to change your situation, then don't do it. Don't invest, because it makes no sense for you to go and get that coaching and mentorship. They're going to provide all the value for you, but you're not taking action on anything that is being taught.
good point.
So
Yeah.
why throw your money down the toilet like that? You know what I mean? It's like what our mentor told us. Hey, I'll take your money, because you know what? We're making a transaction over here, but it comes down to you at the end of the day. You're the one that has to, figure this out. This is your dream. This is your goal. This is your wish.
Yeah.
So if you want to change your situation, fire your boss, get a new apartment, get a new house, or get an RV and travel the country, whatever is your goal, that is your driving force that's going to keep you going forward on the days you don't want to do this.
As I like to say, elevate your why. And the way that you do that is you write down the top 5 things that are the most important to you. I know it can be tough because we go online and we see these people like, wow, they have a great lifestyle. You know what I mean? They're, living by the beach, or like, living a great lifestyle. Like, for example, for us, we're living a great lifestyle, right? But this is something that, was on our list of what we wanted that really was important to us, right from the get-go. So don't look at this like, oh, that's what I want, because maybe it isn't what you want. Maybe it is. I don't know. So what I mean by elevate your why, write down the top 5 things that are important to you, because what's going to happen is when you're faced with challenges, it's going to feel like a big boulder you're pushing up a big hill. Like you'll be like, right? But if your why is stronger than your excuses, okay, what's going to happen is that boulder is going to turn into a small pebble, and you're going to be able to flick it right up that hill. Because your strong will, your desire matters more than the challenges that you're going to face. And that's the best advice I can give you guys. But it has to be something that, keeps you up at night, that you can't stop thinking about. You become obsessed with it. Because since day one, since 2008, even before I met Ace, I always had this desire, right? And I never stopped. I had a business, lost the business, went back to work, started up again with the business, right? But when you have a strong desire, no matter what happens along your path, you can't let it stop you. You can't let that boulder just be so big that it's just so much weight that just goes over you. You're like, oh God, I just can't do anything. And then you start to freeze because the weight gets so heavy. But if you really consider the fact that you literally can turn that boulder into a small pebble, because your strength and your desire becomes so strong, it becomes nothing. Because you are important and what you want is important. All right. And here's another thing I've seen, and you've seen this too. Online, people, they have sports cars or nice houses, and they realize, like, that's not what I want. Then they change after a while. Well, wait a minute. That's not really my why. It was all a big lie. We've seen it happen like all the time.
That is so true.
Yeah.
Everybody's why is different.
Yeah.
I work with so many different people. I do most of the coaching with, the social media marketing and connecting, building relationships, so social networking. That's why they call me the ace of social networking. But you do a lot of the technical stuff in the business with our business, which is helping people with, capture page design, landing pages, bridge pages, like video marketing, SEO. And like, it takes 2 of us to help people out. So like when you invest into hiring Ace and Rich to be your mentors and coaches, I want you to consider that compared to what you have right now. If you don't got that kind of support, if you don't have that kind of like person to go to where, they don't give you such a hard time of, literally reaching out to them, it's very important that you have someone to talk to instead of no one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's tough. You look online, it looks so busy, like the busy information highway, they call it, right?
Yeah.
But reality is, even though it looks so busy, when you're in your house and you're and you're building this business, it could seem very lonely sometimes, and there's nobody out there. And that's another reason why we chose to do the hot seat, because, you guys could come here and join us and not feel alone and say, you know what, I'm going to ask some questions. I'm going to figure out how to make this work, because now I don't have to feel like I'm the only one. And now you can be part of this community here with Ace and Rich,
Yes.
where we could help you overcome the challenges with the hot seat. So
absolutely. I love how you said that, because, this is a free community, right? We do have our Internet Marketing Pros. What's up, guys? And Internet Marketing Pros is still expanding and growing. There are new people joining all the time. I get a lot of requests, and I decline a lot of people too, because they're just not a good fit for our group. We know what we want in our community, and we can pick and choose who we want in our community, and want to make sure that they show up for training, because we provide so much free training that we're just literally giving it away. It's insane the value that we're giving inside the Internet Marketing Pros, and people are just not taking advantage of it. They're not. So like, if you're part of a community that's like making you feel, belittled, and you're just feeling like you're a castaway, they're treating you like shit. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Join the Internet Marketing Pros, be welcome, get some free gifts in there. We got some free awesome downloads we give you. And you know what? At the same time, you can always book an appointment with us and have a meeting that we could actually have a chit chat about what it is that you want to do for your business. Yes. Because a lot of people are on a different journey. Some are just getting started and they've never done this before. And then other people are seasoned a little bit and they still are stuck. They hit what is called a plateau. Yes, and they need someone like us to help them push them off, to get them, excelling a little bit more from like 5 to 6 figures or 6 to 7. That's what they're here for.
Dione says, I have 200 plus subscribers, but no action. You're just getting started, darling. You're just getting started.
Yeah.
These numbers, I tell people, you just got to keep going.
You
right?
do.
You just got to keep going.
Yeah.
And I'd rather you really practice and hone in with 200 before you get to a bigger list, and start really learning how to create some great open rates, segments, and things like that. Very, very important.
It's always good to practice with a small list, because
yeah.
add a 0 to that 200, and then you end up with 2,000. Now what are you going to do?
Oh man, yeah.
For like us, 20,000. What are you going to do then? All right. Before you want to look at this big, massive list, practice with the small one. It's funny. We've done affiliate contests before, and I'll wrap this up here. We've done affiliate contests. We've come up on top every single time that we did. And we proved to ourselves that we could do it, even on times when we didn't want to do affiliate contests. And these were in different programs that we were part of. We were like, let's do it. They put a challenge out and we go, yeah, let's do the challenge. And the thing is, we had a strategy. We had a strategy that nobody would think of. We always think out of the box with our strategy, and our competitors were still trying to wrap their heads around, like, how the hell did Ace and Rich do this? Because they don't have a big list like I do. See? So they have like these big lists, and they're like 200,000 leads, right? 200 subscribers, 200,000 subscribers. And here's Ace and Rich with like less than 1,600. So how did we do it? Right?
Well, because every person matters. That's why.
Exactly.
And
we treat them differently than what the gurus were teaching them. They thought that they had an upper hand against us, and we still beat their asses because we did it with a small list. There's a difference between having the relationship with your leads, even if you have a small list, Diane, compared to somebody who has 200,000, 300,000, 500,000, or 1 million. And they not once ever got a reply back or communicated with them the way we communicate with our leads.
Good point. Colleen says, thank you guys so much for teaching out and helping us newbies. Absolutely.
You're welcome, dear.
For you, dear.
Yes, you're welcome.
Okay, cool. All right, guys, we're going to wrap this up. This has been a great hot seat, and we'll see you next week on the hot seat, same time, same bad channel. My name is Rich Guzman.
And my name is Ace Guzman. Thank you so much for joining us on the hot seat. Tune in next time, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to do this every Friday. I heard from Daniel Chow, who said, hey, so Rich, you guys are making our Fridays really awesome and worthwhile. Thank you so much for that comment.
Thank you.
And thank you for stopping by, guys. Bring your questions next Friday. These are the types of questions we can answer, but you never know what you can learn when you stop by the hot seat. Don't forget, reach out to us, book an appointment, and we will see you on the next hot seat.
See you on the next hot seat, guys. Take care.
Bye now.